So in this video we're going to look at solving simultaneous equations where we've been given one linear equation and one in a quadratic form. Now linear equations have no powers of x squared, no powers of 2 anywhere, whereas a quadratic will have powers of 2, and that's what we've been given here. So we can't use the normal method when we have 2 linear, because we can't by multiplying do any substitutions, because we don't have eliminations rather, because we don't have like terms. So what we do is a substitution, so we're working in an equation with just one variable. So from equation 1, we take x minus 2. Because we know it's equal to y, we can replace y in the second equation with its x equivalent x minus 2. We must square it because we've been told when it's squared and it's added to x squared, here equals 10. You could have made x the subject and done the same in y, but really as y was the subject, this was obviously the better way to go. So we now expand x minus 2 squared, and we should really by now, as we come to the end of year 12, to do this, if you're looking at this for the first time and you're struggling to expand that and willing to practice those first, this is really a fairly basic GCSE expansion at a high level. So we've expanded it x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus x squared equals 10. So we now tidy all this up and write it on the left side. So we've got 2x squared. The only x term we've got is minus 4x. We bring the 10 across, it will become minus 10. 4 minus 10 is minus 6. So that equals 0. So we now can see that 2 will go into everything. So if we divide through by 2, it simplifies down 2x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. And this is a fairly easy quadratic to factorize. We're going to need factors of 3 of the difference of 2. That's going to be 3 and 1. If we want the difference to be negative, then the negative must go on the larger of the two numbers. So that gives us solutions x equals 3 and x equals minus 1. And we simply take those values and place them in the easier of the two equations where y is the subject, find the corresponding values of y. So when x is 3, y will equal 3 minus 2, 1. And x is minus 1, y will equal minus 1 minus 2 equals minus 3. So our pairs of solutions then, x equals 3, y equals 1, and x equals minus 1 with y equals minus 3. Now you can check that they work here to be absolutely sure you've got everything right. So does 3 squared plus 1 squared equal 10? 3 squared is 9 and 1 is 10. Yes, so this is definitely okay. And with minus 1 and minus 3, the squaring will give us the same values, and therefore everything is correct. So that's the technique then for solving simultaneous equations, linear and quadratic. And we use substitution. We replace our y value here with what it's equal to in terms of x given to us in the first equation. Forms a quadratic equation, gives us two values of x. Substitute those values of x back into our first equation to get the values of y. Then substitute both values of x and y into the second to check that it was correct. And all of that you see in front of you is exactly how to do it. So good luck with the ones you try on your own.